Hi STEM students, this video is going to be a review of all of the components that you will need in our breadboard unit. If you haven't watched the longer video that shows you the inside of the breadboard and gives you a large overview, I suggest that you watch that first. This is just a quick review of what you're going to need for our units in class. First of all, you're going to need the breadboard, and as a review, these outside columns are called the power strips or the power rails. This is how you're going to get the power from the battery, the power source, onto your components. The middle area, these rows are all called either the terminal strips or the component strips. I usually just refer to them as rows. Also, this center divider that separates the rows, we'll refer to that as the center. Some people also refer to it as the ravine. So if you hear all of these terms, know that they mean the same thing, just said in different ways. Moving on from the breadboard, we need to make sure that we have power. We can't have any of our lights working if we don't have power connected to our breadboard. We're going to be using a 9-volt battery in class. It is going to be either connected to a component that looks like this, and you'll see that the power is off and on, controlled by that button switch. This plugs directly into your power rails, and you do not have to worry about using a wire to get the power from here into it. It's already plugged in. This is the least expensive option, so we have the most of these. The district, however, uses what's called an Arduino power strip. This is what it looks like. This one is something that you can grow with. It can hook into your computer. It has a lot more capabilities. It's a little bit more confusing, but this is what they will be using at the district, so we need to learn how to use these as well. And the way that this works is that you're going to connect wires from here onto your breadboard. I will show that in another video. But just realize these are the two different ways that you're going to get power to your breadboard. The other thing that you're going to be using in this class is you're going to be using LED lights. Please remember that the long end is positive, the short end is negative. That's always important in your circuits to remember which side is positive and which side is negative. You'll also be using resistors. This makes the amount of power going through smaller. It's almost like sipping through a straw. It lessens the electricity so that you don't have burnt out light bulbs with too much power. You're also going to be using wires. Remember, it does not matter the size or the color. All of the wires are the same. They just have different sizes and different colors so that you can differentiate them when you are doing your lights. You'll also be using buttons and dials and switches, all of which I will cover in future videos. But I just wanted to give you an overview of all the things that we will be using in this unit. And if you have any questions, again, watch that first video, and you can rewatch this as many times as you need to until you're familiar with the names of all of the components that we're going to be using. Thank you.